Not a countdown. Hi, we're live, everybody. It's myself and Comics here with Spencer. Hello, Spencer. How are you,
I'm
Spencer?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing, Bianca?
I'm doing good. I'm not energized on coffee or anything.
That's good. At least you don't have coffee.
Yes, exactly. I totally did not have any coffee today. It won't hurt me later. I promise.
I'd
I
still
promise.
appreciate you if you did, though. It would be okay. I'd forgive you.
And I forgive you too, even
Thank
though
you.
you did not have any coffee.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not a coffee guy.
And no energy drinks of any kind today.
No, none at all. That's something else.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I forgot to share the screen. Oh, right. Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Window.
Wow.
Where is my other window?
The computer glare is right over my eyeballs. Whatever. That's fine.
It'll
That's how
always
it's gonna
happen.
Be. Yeah. That's okay.
Right. Did I put a private tab? Whoops. No, I did not. This is not a private tab. So why aren't you? Oh, there it is.
Oh, girl, focus up. Come on.
There we go.
Nice.
Yes.
I amended this like 3 minutes ago. So.
Yay.
Yeah.
I also added you as a collaborator on Instagram.
Oh,
so
sweet.
When you accept that, it's something YouTube has also been doing. So I guess when that happens, people who want to follow you will follow me and vice versa, have a shared audience of some kind. YouTube does that too, but I don't know how to do that on YouTube yet. Anyway, some people don't have YouTube channel anyway, so that's fine with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yay. All right.
And then we're going over your creation, your first creation. Is it?
It is the first comic that I've decided to produce in full. It's not the first thing that I've written, and it's not even the first thing I've produced in full. I made I taught myself how to write with screenwriting, so I wrote and directed a short film with a bunch of friends. That was like kind of a legit operation. But this is my first like Kickstarter comic book. Yeah.
Congratulations! And you did a short film too?
Thank you. Oh yeah. That was several years ago though, back when I thought I could still be a screenwriter while living in suburban Michigan. And then I was like, dang, I just don't want to go to Los Angeles like at all, really. So
who does? Why does Los Angeles have to be the only place for anything writing?
Yeah, I'm a suburb boy. That's where I belong.
Exactly. And that's where you'll stay.
Yeah, whether I like it or not. Rent's cheap here. It's awesome.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Best in the World. Number 1, a sports documentary about a wizard.
Yeah, so I thought a while ago, like I had a realization that comic books don't really have any sort of mockumentaries. I was thinking of like The Office, Parks and Rec, Modern Family, and movies like Spinal Tap and Pop Star and stuff like that. And I realized that comics don't really have anything where it's showing you one story and giving you those characters, those people in the future talking about what has just happened. So I decided to do that. This is a story about a wizard who has the type of drive that you see in like Gatorade and Nike commercials, where it's like you have to succeed by all means, give up your entire life to become the best. It's about a wizard with that mentality trying to become the best in a world where wizards fight each other like boxers do in ours.
Mm-hmm. I also found the concept very interesting. So for this story, what the fighters rely on are crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And is this crystal just available anywhere? Like, do you buy it off the market? Do you find it on the floor?
It's the type of thing that is like, what's the word? Mind naturally. But any person could go buy it, but they're not going to be able to use it right. I have a friend named Nick who I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with, And he was big into fantasy and wizards and all that kind of stuff. And something that he held very firm on is that magic should be really, really hard. He hated the idea that it was just like you have to learn a few words in the right order, like learning a poem or a song or something. So it's about, so that's part of what I wanted to get at with this story too, is that it takes so much learning to learn how to use the crystals properly, and to augment the energy they produce into something that's actually useful.
Nice. And for something like this, we learned that there are limitations with the magic. Like, apparently it cannot help with anything medical, at least at the moment.
It can help a little bit, but yeah, it's not like you'd imagine, where it's like, oh, he has a broken arm. Like, not anymore. It doesn't work like that, quite like it does in like Harry Potter or something along those lines, where they can just do whatever they want. It's much more of a honestly, it's closer to being a science than a magic.
Ooh, nice. And so who are your artists working on both the cover and on the interiors?
It's awesome. It's just one guy, which has been, I gotta tell you, it's pretty great to only have to like talk to one person, to not have to coordinate like multiple schedules and stuff. It is a guy he's got 4 names. I think I know them all. I believe it's Christian Javier Godinho Padilla, but he just goes by Chris Good, which is so much easier for me. So he did the cover, and he did all the interior work, both lines and colors, and also he did the lettering as well. So really, he barely needs me, I guess. And if you scroll down there, the first variant cover is also by him. That should be right in there. Oh no, go way further, all the way to the bottom. But yeah, these are his pages also. Yeah. So
And then there's
there we go. There, variant cover. Oh yeah, God, he knocked it out of the park with that.
I agree.
Thank you. I'll pass it along to him.
Yes, please. And also the entire audience. Oh, I do have to make an announcement. Okay, so anybody in my chat that is lurking in my chat and want to comment and cannot comment, I have no idea what's going on. It won't even let my comments pass through on StreamYard. It's saying that it thinks it's spam. I go to my phone, try typing. It immediately took it out. My mod is saying that he is, for some reason, not being able to type either. No idea what's going on, but don't worry. I can see you guys. You guys are appreciated. And even though you guys can't be able to ask any questions today, I do appreciate you guys being here. We both do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do. And man, if we could figure out a way to answer questions, I would love questions. I like
this has never happened to me before. So like, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I've never had this situation.
Okay.
I apologize. Jeremy, if you have any questions, just send it to me in Facebook Messenger.
The only common denominator is me, so I broke your system somehow. My bad.
No. In fact, the system broke you. That's what it is. Oh. We blame the system.
It's social commentary. That's good. I get it.
Exactly. Oh, I also love the little wands, because when I first saw it in the comic, I did read the comic beforehand. I thought it was a lollipop.
Yeah. Yep. I did. I didn't write it in the script as looking quite like that, but once he sent the page back to me, and I realized that it looked kind of like the goofy little, a goofy little lollipop, I was like, oh, dude, that's perfect, because then it's going to make, eventually, when he has, a super awesome weapon with the crystal in the end, like he's got slung across his back here, it's going to look so much cooler compared to the kind of goofy little toy that it looks like he has in the beginning.
I'm very surprised at that too. I for some reason when it said sports documentary, I was thinking like Olympics, and I thought that was like what's it called? Like a javelin or something where like a
Oh,
contender like throws it to see how far they can throw the pole javelin thingy.
yeah.
And then I read it. I'm like, oh, Mystic fighting. Never mind. That's my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally get how you would come to that conclusion. Yeah, this is much more I mean, it's real, but it's more pro wrestling than like Olympic type thing.
Ah, I was thinking of what's that word? Uh, I know it. I know it. I swear I know it.
No.
MMA.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it is kind of like that, but MMA doesn't have the sort of like pageantry. Like, I mean, look at all these are all fighters that Trey will eventually have the chance to come into conflict with on this variant cover. These are all, you know, people in fun, colorful costumes because they're playing characters. They got to be marketable, and that's part of what it's about to me too. It's like the balance that sports tries to hit between like being pure competition and being entertainment. Because you'll see like baseball, for instance, they've been changing the rules quite a bit over the past 5 years or so to try and make it more entertaining to watch. And if their goal was only like quote unquote pure competition, that they wouldn't really ever change the rules, I don't think.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask. So let's actually talk a little bit about you.
Mhm.
What is your what you consider an origin story besides like, oh, what made you go into actually like comic booking?
Okay. Yeah, well, lucky for us, I happen to be an expert on the topic of me. So I had like a remarkably normal childhood. Unfortunately, there's not a ton that's exciting to talk about in there. Because everyone else is going to be like, yeah, no, that's what it's like to be a child. That's fine. Um, but so I'll start with the way I did get into comic books. Is do you remember the old cartoon Batman the Brave and the Bold?
I love Batman Brave and the Bold.
I'm so glad you do. There was one episode that I particularly loved. It was the episode that had Booster Gold in it. And I thought, this guy's so cool. I need to find out more about Booster Gold. And then my uncle bought me for Christmas one year the entirety of the Jeff Johns New 52 Booster Gold run. So I read all of that, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is comics rule. Actually, that was my first legitimate comic book that I read. Um, so Booster Gold was my way into the comic book world, and then I've pretty persistently been a superhero guy since then. I mean, with the way that the MCU was cooking for a decade or so, it was just kind of impossible not to be into that stuff. Um, and it's been past probably 5 years or so. I started to get back into comics and actually following comics. My friend Ethan recommended for me Tom King's run on The Vision, and
Ooh.
that was when I read a story and was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna have to try and do this. This is I didn't realize that comics could work like this. So that's so anyone who ever enjoys something that I write owes a debt to my friend Ethan.
Nice. Thank you, Ethan. Are you
Yeah.
still reading any comics nowadays?
Oh goodness, yes. Here, hold on a second. I'm gonna maneuver us slightly. We have I've got my girlfriend and I call it mega shelf, but my entire half of it is filled up with various trades and compendiums and omnibuy. But
Oh,
yeah,
you call it omnibuy. Like, some people call it omnibuses because we don't have an official word for it.
yeah, I made up omnibuy on the spot right now. So
It's actually pretty known. Like I was
Is it
looking
really?
at a
Okay.
discussion.
Yeah. But yeah, I am. I'm a big time comic book guy. Recently, I've been making my way through the IDW Ninja Turtles stuff, and
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, let's go!
I know they're so good. They're so cool.
Oh, where's that button? There we go. And so, what made you? How did you decide the concept of this story?
I have had quite a bit of obsession in my life, where it's just the type of person I am, that I would, when I like something, I would get super into it. And I was a big sports guy when I was a little younger. I'm 23 now. When I was like through high school, I was big into tennis and baseball were my sports, and I would like ruin my life with how hard that I tried to be the best at that. So in a lot of ways, Trey Beaker is that's the main guy for anyone who hasn't read it yet. Is he has a lot of the pieces of me that I like regret having the most, because there's so much other stuff that I just let go away. And so I knew that I wanted to write a story about obsession at some point. And then it was really in talking with Nick, the thing that I mentioned earlier about magic being really hard and really intensive and requiring like so much studying, that I realized, what if, what if this person just desperately needed to be the best at magic? I thought the most obvious outlet for that to me was like, he wants to be the best to like free the world from the evil Dark Lord. And then I was like, no, that's, everyone's done that a billion times. So what if there was a way to have like a measurable competition for who would be the best at magic? And so that's where this idea came from, is a league where wizards can fight each other in sanctioned ways, so that they don't like die, but they can be competing with each other.
Mm-hmm. What made you think of humans versus animals, or I guess beasts, for this kind instead of humans versus humans? Did you pick animals because they're less likely to get more damage than a human would fighting with magic?
Yeah, so I like, again, you read the first issue. The people watching haven't yet. In the first issue, we cover the beginning of Trey's career, and it's when he's just doing little indie fights, like at I almost said bars, but little local arenas. And I wanted there to be a way where Trey wasn't competing against another wizard yet, so that he had a chance to get his feet under him before he gets like blown away by anybody who's like clearly better. So then after I thought about that a bit more, I came to the conclusion that, like, dang, with magic being this dangerous and this volatile in this world I've created, magic is like kind of a form of radiation in the way I think about it for this story. It's going to be really hard for a local outfit to get the waiver clearances that they need to have two people fight each other. So the next solution for me was like, screw it, they're fighting bears and other nonsense like bears. So yeah, and I also thought one of the things that I really liked about Christian's art when I came across him was that I thought he did a really great job with miscellaneous critters. And I really wanted to be able to kind of turn him loose on some monsters where I would just put in the script, like, this is a crab monster, I don't know, figure it out. And he would do his best, and he did.
Thank you. They looked amazing.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah. Yeah.
As if he can hear me, but he can't. Sorry, I went
Sorry.
to like another page and I decided to zoom it up a little bit. We did
Okay.
These
Okay. I
interiors
like
are
it.
really nice.
I
Oh, and so
know.
for your first Kickstarter, there's only going to be two, right? There's only going to be two covers.
I actually have somebody working on a third at the moment. We agreed to terms yesterday, so there will be a third cover with an
Secret
artist who
third
is
cover.
fairly well known on Instagram. I mean, I would reveal it, but I don't like have it yet. So that's that's all.
I'm so excited. The one in the back left reminds me of Scorpion.
Like the Spider-Man villain Scorpion. I get
Mortal
that with the
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Scorpion. Really?
I
I
should
get
have been
much
more
more
specific.
Sub-Zero
I'm so
vibes
sorry.
from him. Okay.
I also get Sub-Zero. To me, the mask is more like Sub-Zero, but because of the yellow, I thought of Scorpion.
Okay, yeah,
The one
yeah.
mixed.
I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat guy. I only have like a vague idea of it.
That's okay. All of the. I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of these characters probably in the next issue.
Over the next few issues, the way that I'm planning to do this is, with this series in total will be 5 issues. So it'll be 110, 120 pages, depending on how exactly things shape out. After, if everything goes well with this Kickstarter, then I'm my plan is just to hop up and produce the whole thing as a full length graphic novel with the next Kickstarter.
Hmm.
So
And did you say you had a publisher? Are you publishing yourself, or did you find an actual indie publisher?
no, this is self published at the moment.
Ooh. And will the for the Kickstarter, some people already have all the payments done, and then the rest of the money is usually for like shipping purposes, or some people use the money that is to be crowdfunded to pay for the artist and other works, etc. Which one is there? One of these two that you're going for?
Well, I mean, the issue is already done. Like, you read it. But so for this one, the Kickstarter is really just to pay for the print run, and also to kind of act as a storefront, honestly, because this is
It would
just
be a great storefront.
a way for people to be able to buy it.
Mhm.
Besides, because I could make spencercummins.com, and like, who's going to go to that? No one's going to that, but people are going to kickstarter.com. So,
and that's why if you do make a spencercummings.com, you put it in the Kickstarter,
well,
and
yeah,
then
but
direct, and then do your stuff.
yeah, that would be a little bit horse before the carriage, I think. So we're gonna. So yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say, but that's okay. It happens.
It was the horse before the carriage comment. That's why.
Yeah.
It was too great. It was too funny.
Thank
like
you.
They just make you forget everything.
It's very important to me to be funny. Thank you. But yeah, so since the artwork for this issue 1 is already done, once I launch, which I'm planning to do a couple days after St. Patrick's Day, so what is it, 3.5 weeks from now, something like that.
I always think it's in April when it's in March.
I was going to say I do that with Easter, but sometimes it is. No one knows when Easter is until it's the day before.
Exactly. That's me. That's me.
Okay, religious people probably know, I'm guessing, but I don't. It'll be a pretty quick turnaround. So sometimes you back a Kickstarter and then you don't get the book until 9 months later. That's kind of frustrating. But this one, it'll open in around the mid to end of March. It'll close about I think I have it set for 20 days after that. And then I'm expecting sometime in early to mid-May, everyone should be able to have it in their emails or their mailboxes, whichever way they want it.
Are you doing just U.S. shipping, or are you going to be doing international as well?
I'll do international as well. Anyone who wants it can read it. Yeah.
Whoa, international shipping?
Shipping will be a bit more expensive for them, and hopefully political nonsense doesn't make it even more expensive. But
True.
if it does, oh well. I'll deal with it. I'll eat some of the leftover costs. There
That's
are
what
bigger
always
problems.
sucks. And so, since you're doing this, since you're self-publishing, are you going to a local printer or are you going to a well-known printer to have things printed for you? Like, shoot, what were they called? Gemini, and then there's the other one, something Wellspring Comics,
Yeah.
those
So the
types.
answer to your question is both, because Comics Wellspring is actually about 25 minutes away from my house, which is pretty
Hey,
convenient. So that'll save me a bunch of money on shipping because I can just drive there and get the stuff instead of having them send it to me.
save on shipping. Let's
I know, it's
go.
the greatest.
Yay, happy.
Yeah.
And then how'd you find the artists, by the way? Like, did it take long?
Um, I believe so. I did a post on Reddit on the comic book collabs subreddit, probably 3 years ago, maybe, asking for somebody to do some concept art for me for a different idea I had, and he was one of the people that offered to help me out. But I had decided it wasn't his work wasn't quite right for that tone of project. Uh,
Mm.
And then when I decided I wanted to make this, I thought, I could reach out to a bunch of new people, or I could just like browse through my email history and see who I've already talked to a little bit. And so he was just back in there. It was, yeah.
Yay.
Hmm.
Best way to find
Yeah,
things.
I don't have to meet a new person. I don't have to do any of that stuff. It's a guy who I already have his email. This is going to be great. And yeah, he's been so good to work with quick turnaround, and we're in sync a lot of times about how we think a panel will and should look. Yeah, he's been fantastic.
Aw. And tell him we all love his art. And
I
for the other cover artists too.
Oh, he knows. No, that was also him. Yeah.
Ah, for
Yeah.
everything. For
Yeah, they're
everything.
both him. Yeah. Yeah.
And so every writer has their own type of like method to kind of get things going. Do you have one as well?
You mean my day-to-day method, or my like getting the beginnings of a story started?
Yes, all of that.
Oh, okay. So my daily method is the place that I write is we'll put it this way. On the floor plan for this apartment, it's listed as a closet because I need there to be I need there to be no distractions. I'm an incredibly distractible person. So I write in this tiny little room with one whiteboard pinned up and one desk. And I put in earplugs too, because even if I'm hearing like the shower running, I don't know, it gets to me. Um, but yeah, so I go in. My girlfriend calls it my hovel. I go into my hovel, and I spend usually between an hour and an hour and a half in there. That's my day-to-day process. As far as getting a story started, what I do first is I have a Word document that I just call the VAT for each project, and I will just type stream of consciousness thoughts in it. They're not coherent, they don't make sense. A lot of times they're not even going to get used. They're just to help me kind of get things no longer in my brain, so that my brain can move on to another concept. So usually that ends up being, I don't know, a solid 25 pages or so. Um, then I start a new document and I'll go, okay, this is the actual outline, and then I write a fairly detailed outline for each issue. I think my first drafts of when I finally get to the script stage are probably usually a little better than most people's first drafts, but they're also way slower because I do it very, very carefully, where I try and iron out the kinks each step of the way, so that by the time I get to the actual script, the page one, panel one script, it's basically done. Um, yeah, so each issue's outline comes out to about a page and a half, usually 2 pages. And then once I have that written for the entire story, because like I said earlier, I taught myself how to write with screenwriting. So I always write with an ending in mind. I haven't yet written something with the idea that this could just go on for, 40, 50, 60 issues. That's terrifying to me. I eventually, I hope that I have the skill to do that, but right now it gives me a panic attack thinking about it. So I always write with an ending in mind, and that helps me shore up like each step of the way, because I know that there's something to write towards. And then then after I have that whole thing outlined, I'll open up my scripting program and actually type out the panel by panel script.
Nice.
God, that took me a while to say. I'm sorry about that.
No, it is best if you put in as much details as possible, because may be some people who agree. There is a few people I know that use screenwriting as a method to write their comics.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not unheard of. You're not alone.
Yeah, there was. I wrote my first comic book that I tried to write was it was a pirate thing, and I was just talking to an artist about it. We weren't gonna quite make it, but we were just kind of talking back and forth about it. I showed him the script in screenplay format, and he was like, "I would have no idea what to do with this. This doesn't make sense. What do you want me to do?" So that's when I learned, like, okay, I should probably figure out some other system for writing this stuff down.
Oh, yes, I'm pretty sure that's probably difficult.
Yeah.
But you did do good work.
Make it fit into a page. I don't know. And he was like, "What are you talking about? You make it fit into a page." So yeah. So that was a good reality check that he gave me there.
You find a way, you make it work. It's pretty difficult. I know. I'm sorry. How long did it take you to write this first issue?
This first issue took about a week, I think. A writing session,
really?
maybe 2. But that was only in the script stage. A writing session usually between an hour and an hour and a half. Generally, I will get 3 to 5 pages in that time, and I try and write 4-ish times a week.
Oh, nice. 4 times a week is not that bad.
Yeah, as much as life allows, because I have a day job and trouble getting out of bed like everyone else. So
it's true. Ew, day jobs. That's
I know.
disgusting.
But I work at a print shop, which means not like a comic style print shop. We make like banners and stuff. But it does mean that I'm able to make posters and stickers and stuff for whatever I want. So there will be some of that for this Kickstarter too. If anyone wants a best in the world poster.
Posters! Yay!
Yeah, I know.
And look, there's a QR code on the top for the Kickstarter if you want. Yay!
Oh, heck yeah. It's awesome. And it's got a duck, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
I love ducks.
Ducks are awesome.
Yeah.
And not like geese, which are evil.
Oh my god. Geese are just the rudest people you could possibly imagine.
And swans, but especially Canadian geese.
Where do you live? You're
I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. So you don't have geese down there, right?
I don't think so. Actually don't even
Okay.
I never even thought about it. Have I ever seen a goose in Florida?
Yeah, we have geese all over here. We live right next to a pond too, so there's quite a bit of poop in the courtyards here.
Do they not have people to clean that?
Not really. When they do it in the grass, it's kind of like whatever. It just happens. Just I don't know. It's this is not the most incredible apartment building in the world. I'm sure if it were a
Are any apartment
very
buildings incredible? I think not.
I'm
Show
sure
me an
there are
incredible apartment
many.
building, and I will give
Well,
you $2. That's all I have right
they
now.
don't make them in the suburbs. That's but in the city, you got plenty of really nice apartment buildings.
X to doubt. X to
Okay.
doubt.
All right.
Too many slumlords.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to call. No, I wanted to talk about Jenda. Is that her name? Jenda?
Jenda, yes, yeah. Trey's girlfriend at the outset of this. Yeah.
Or dun dun dun, possibly ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so she didn't seem interested in the fights at all.
No, she's she's there to serve a very important function. She's the first thing Trey loses by being by becoming obsessed with mystic combat. It's and throughout the course of this story there will be many other things that he loses and much other worse nonsense that he gets himself into. But yeah, the loss of his girlfriend is she doesn't die. She just like leaves. For anyone who was wondering, God, spoilers. But yeah, she's the first domino to fall. The first time that Trey has kind of a choice that'll be it's fighting or it's me, and he goes, well, I gotta fight. So yeah.
Question: does fighting give good money?
If you're really good at it, yeah, yeah, I would think so because I mean it's like pro. You know how much money LeBron is worth? Like a gooba gillion dollars. So
Oh my gosh, I could never think like $1 million. For some reason, that just gives me anxiety.
$1 million. That's so little compared to like
It would be a
most
lot to
pro
me.
athletes. Oh yeah, dude. To me, if I made $1 million, you would never see me again. But but the league minimum for baseball's the sport I follow closest. The league minimum is like $500,000 per year. So, oh my lord.
Hello, TR75. Welcome to the channel. Apparently, emojis are going through. I don't know.
Hank,
Words are not going through.
That emoji.
This is the YouTube emojis. So, like,
oh,
I don't even think phone emojis are going
I didn't know YouTube had emojis.
You didn't know?
No, I'm not.
How are you writing a comment section without checking out the emojis?
I'm sorry. I'll try and be better in the future.
He's waving. Hi. Like, I don't know why it's just emojis. Everybody else, anytime they type anything, it's considered spam. All I did was say thanks. And they're like, try changing it a bit. And I'm like, what do I say other than thanks? That's already just one word.
Here we go. We can try this. Let's see if it'll let Spencer do anything. All right. All right, hold on. Never mind. Apparently, the email that I'm using for StreamYard doesn't have a YouTube account at the moment, and I don't feel like setting one up. So
no, don't go through the process.
No.
Thank you, Jeremy. I love you, Jeremy. And thank you, TR. We love you too.
I love anyone who has eyeballs and is watching.
Oh, of course. That's why we call them lurkers. Everybody's a lurker today. All you guys with eyeballs, whether you have 1 or 3, we love you guys.
No, the lurkers maybe we don't love. I want to be interacted with.
He's lying, guys. It's okay. We love you. We love you. You made Jeremy cry. Look at that.
Oh no, Jeremy! No, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I love you.
It's okay. He says he loves you.
Thank you.
And then we have Random Dude Draws. Hi. I hate when it does this finger red #1. That means like it's a foam finger thingy.
That's like the
I don't know why
code
it does
for the
that.
emoji, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we
I have
can
not.
get words only if they're codes for emojis, though.
I hate it. I have not seen this peace emoji yet. Or is that a bunny? It's a peace sign. That's new.
Peace,
They
yeah.
add new emojis.
Yeah. In fingerless gloves. Don't forget that. That's the most important part to me.
Of course. They are fingerless gloves. Why is the hand blue? Or is it purple?
What's with all these questions from you? Nothing's ever good enough.
And then, yes, he says hello again. Hello, hello. Everybody's just spamming emojis. Thank you, guys. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, TR's from Loki's community. Hi, welcome. Nice to hear from that community. Hope that community is doing well. And then this one, hands, yellow heart, red. Oh, okay. So it's like when you cup your hands into a heart, that's what it is. But because the what's it called? Not the basic. The default emoji is usually yellow hands, so that's what the yellow means.
Okay.
And then Random Dude Draws is a metalhead, so you always have to have the rocker sign and then the peace sign. Yeah. Yes, we must all have peace. All right. So before we go, can you introduce yourself again and also introduce what your comic is about again?
Yeah. So my name is Spencer Cummins. I'm a writer from Michigan, and I wrote Best in the World, which is a story framed around an athlete. Think like I, Tanya, which is one of my favorite movies, the Tanya Harding movie, about a wizard who fights other wizards competitively and has a deeply self-destructive drive to be the world champion.
Oh, Tanya Harding sounds familiar. That's not the one with Margot Robbie, is it?
It is the one with Margot Robbie.
I have to see that. It's on my list.
Oh, dude, it rules so hard. It's the best.
Let's go. Everybody's just spamming. What does this even mean?
Broccoli time. Yes.
Oh, if only I could have broccoli. And then he's just planting. And then we have cheers. Beer cheers. Yay. And then because of Tanya, ice skating boot. Boot? No, ice skating.
I would call it a skate. I think most would call it a skate, but skating
That's
boot
so weird.
Too.
That's redundant, isn't it? Oh no. I'm so sorry, everybody, that you couldn't comment today, but we appreciate your emojis. Yeah. So it is in the in the chat. The Kickstarter link is pinned if you want to check it out. There's a QR code on top of my head that will also take you there if you prefer that. And then it is also in the description and where to follow Spencer. If you want to get notified when you go to the page, there is a notify me on launch button right over here. And then you'll receive an email of whenever it goes live. And then you can be able to either make a donation or to quote unquote purchase a product or purchase a perk, because technically Kickstarter is like, you're not technically purchasing it. You're just
giving me
funding the goal.
I'll give it to you for free later after you give me your money.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's going to be, I'm going to have a few items that are limited quantity. So like the variant covers, and I'm going to make t-shirts that have the Best in the World logo across the front. Those will be limited quality. So if you have notify me on launch, you'll get obviously first shot at those if you know about it first.
Exactly. All right. So we're going to leave for today. I hope everybody has a nice moonlight tonight. You better have a nice moonlight. All right. Don't turn into a werewolf. When I leave, I trust you guys. Usually. And remember, werewolves, not swearwolves, guys. Come on. All right. So we're going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.